Welcome back to yet another installment of Behind the Brew. Today we are talking about our newest beer kit. This is the Baltic Wolf Porter. And the Baltic Porter is clearly the base style for this beer. It is a historical style. It kind of goes back to the time about when Russian Imperial Stouts were first making a big prominence. It all has to do with English beers being exported to Eastern Europe, to the Russia area, the Baltic countries, and these were imported to the Baltic ports. And this beer style, since it did travel so far, was brewed to a higher strength in order to survive that journey. And what happened is it just ended up becoming super popular in the region, and breweries around there began to make it themselves, hence the name Baltic Porter. It's still around today. It is a wonderful beer. It is really strong. It is really malty, really easy sipping, super delicious. So let's hit the brew cave and show you a little bit about brewing this beer. And as always, if you like these Behind the Brew videos, you like to see what we're doing in the brew cave, what we're coming out with in the glass, make sure you like and subscribe. For the all grain version, you are going to find that it is made of mostly continental European Munich malt. There is also continental Pilsner, in this case, both of which are German. Since this style was originally brewed in England, we do combine a really dark English crystal malt with a lighter English crystal malt, so you get the awesome gamut of flavors from light caramel sweetness all the way to that dark raisin candied fig type, so you get the whole span of the crystal malt flavor. And also, to get the color, a little bit of roast, but without getting any burnt or astringent flavors, we use a combination of chocolate malt and also a debittered black malt from Belgium. So for the extract version, you're going to find our traditional gold malt extract, which is made of American two-row. It's not going to have quite the same malt complexity, but it's going to be darn close. Really, the flavor here in this kit is derived from the specialty malts, specifically the blend of crystal malts from England, and also the debittered black malt and the chocolate malt. So whether you do this all grain or extract, you're going to get the same color contribution, you're going to get the same awesome array of caramel malt flavors, or crystal malt flavors rather, from the light caramel to the dark fig and everything in between. You're going to get a really nice prominent roast. And the one thing to really remember about this beer, it is fermented as the lager. And since the OG comes in at 1079, or just under 20 Plato for those of you following that scale, this one is going to require a heck of a lot of yeast, way more than you're used to for any batch of similar gravity, just because this is a lager. Now, we do offer this with 2 packs of liquid yeast, and while that is a really good start, we really highly recommend you do make a yeast starter with this to make sure that you have all that yeast you need to successfully chomp through all the sugars in this beer. I mean, it's a big one. Damn near 1080 in gravity. It takes a lot of yeast. This particular batch got from 1079 all the way down to 1016. So that's pretty good attenuation, especially for such a strong lager. And that resultant ABV comes in at 8.3. So while it may seem like an easy sip and really smooth beer, this thing really packs a punch. Like it's awesome. It's super malty on the nose. It's got that really good caramel complexity, really smooth. It's very easy drinking. And in your home brewery, if you are not able to do lagers, if you don't have very good temperature control, you can certainly still ferment this as an ale. Would definitely recommend doing a very neutral strain, such as the Chico strain, which would be Imperial's AO7 flagship. It would be Omega's OYL 004 West Coast AO1, or something similar to that. You could use a Kvike. That will do well, even at higher temperatures. Or you could actually use the yeast we do pair with this, which is the Weihenstephan strain, the L13 Global for Imperial. It's the OYL 106 German Lager 1. Those yeast strains are able to ferment at higher temperatures. You may get a bit more of an ester profile from them, so a little bit of additional fruitiness to the beer, but it's still gonna have that clean lager-like crispness, so it is possible, but be sure to still pitch a lot of yeast. This is a big beer. As a side note, this is quite a high gravity beer. It turns out pretty strong, so this is, again, a great candidate for aging. So brew it now, stash it away, drink it later. If you're interested in this Baltic Wolf Porter, you can find that on northernbrewer.com in both extract and all grain versions.